I got to play with fire and be a jerk to all of my coworkers, who are basically my favorite things.
It is the very first day we are filming inside of our own soundstage.
This room was actually painted in with computer graphics.
We get to talk to Quintus, which makes me a little nervous. Quintus had Jesus right there in his office, and he let him go. Is Quintus going to regret that in season 3?
We get to see a few of the disciples perform a miracle.
There is a miracle taking place. Do we have power or do we not?
And we are going to be saying goodbye to one of our actors.
We are currently standing in Soundstage 1, very first soundstage in the state of Texas that was built and designed to be a soundstage. There's 5 layers of soundproofing in the building. It's 45 feet high.
Those sets over there in that corner, those are folded sets. Folded up sets from season 1, season 2, waiting to be reused or refurbished to be a brand new set.
I know a dirty secret.
This room didn't exist in season 1. We saw this room through that door looking out. This room was actually painted in with computer graphics.
Really?
This did not exist. Those lions, none of it was actually really here.
I don't know what that means, but let's leave on a high note.
Season 2 was the first time we actually saw this area.
Right. We actually built this area based on the real estate that was created by the graphic artists. So then we have inside Quintus's chamber and the little courtyard outside of Quintus's chamber.
Keep up.
We gave it a little bit of an upgrade. We say that Quintus brought in a designer and had a little makeover in his office. Every year we give it a little bit more fun stuff to look at, some more texture.
So a Jew tax collector and his escort demand to see the praetor of Judea.
So I'm here with Brandon, AKA Quintus. I'm a little nervous. If he says off with my head, I think that's just it, right? Like I'm gone. Quintus had Jesus right there in his office and he let him go.
So nothing about him concerns you, huh?
If it did, I wouldn't have let him go.
Is Quintus going to regret that in season 3?
We all know that Quintus is a fan of the status quo. That doesn't concern Jesus so much. My answer would be, yeah, I think he's going to regret that later. Yeah.
Oh, I really don't like that man.
Same episode, you're talking to Jesus and you talk about how you like Jesus.
Go, Jesus of Nazareth, I like you. There's lots of things that Quintus likes about Jesus. I think, first of all, you can tell Jesus is smart. I think the thing that makes Quintus respect Jesus the most is there's a line that Jonathan Rumi had in that scene where he said,
Well, it sounds like we're clear on what we can and cannot promise.
which is such an excellent way to not back down but also not provoke, which is a way of holding on to power and decorum at the same time, which I think is really, really impressive.
And what ways do you think we're going to see Quintus get stretched in season 3?
You know, in seasons 1 and 2, we've only seen Quintus exercise his will unimpeded. Now I think that there's going to be some obstacles. First of all, people who are following Jesus are not stopping whatever it is that they're doing. I mean, the Roman bureaucracy is huge, right? There's some obstacles, there's some roadblocks, and that is, I think, new for Quintus in this show.
Getting to see like Gaius and Atticus and Quintus all in a scene together gives one chills. And as the day went on, while Mitch was standing in for Brandon Potter, because he also has no hair, we had the opportunity for Jelaine to continue practicing her interviewing skills with Brandon.
You know, let's keep it professional here.
Can you give us your best villain face? Whoa, that was great.
This is just my face.
Oh, we'll do that again.
Let's do the next question.
Okay. Is this your real voice?
I'm acting.
Can we get maybe a snippet of your real voice, like your
I
natural
don't know,
day-to-day?
like, who all are you going to show this to?
We'll edit
Really?
it out. Yeah.
Oh man, it feels so good to use my actual voice, you know, like I have to walk around all day and do that like,
Hey, I'm Quintus, look at all this, I'm mean, you know?
It was a week where we filmed some pretty big scenes. So after filming a big scene with Quintus, Atticus, and Gaius all in a room together, a little bit later in the week, we filmed a major moment in the life of John and Thomas.
Like and share this video and hit subscribe.
So we're discovering that here in Texas, you get to experience all 4 seasons in one afternoon.
Another lightning bolt. But it gave us the opportunity to catch up with George and Joey talking about this scene that they're about to film involving a miracle.
There is a miracle taking place, but
Yeah.
I think they do feel that perhaps it is Jesus maybe working through them. So it's kind of like this elation at this miracle happening almost at the end of your fingertips, but at the same time, kind of knowing that maybe you're not the one that's responsible for this. So it's elation, but then you're humbled at the same time. We haven't shot the scene yet. We actually we might be dumbfounded by it. We might be like, yeah, that was pretty standard.
While I talked to the guys, Jelaine talked to a couple of the ladies.
How do you feel about your sons going 2 by 2 this season?
I think it's good for them.
Great! Like, finally get out of here.
They need to extend themselves. They need to reach out. If they're going to be who they're supposed to be, they have to live. They have to go.
But I see you. You understand?
I remember when I did the scene, it changed my perspective, like, on my actual life, because I was like, oh, like, I am known. Like, he does see me. He is watching me. He is protecting me, and he's guiding me, and he's got my future in his plans. Like, all of those things.
You have a role to play in all of this.
It kind of like flooded me, and it was like a real moment for me, like for Lada. It was a life-changing moment for Eden, and it was life-changing for me as well.
And folks, that is a picture wrap, season 3, for Mr. Joey Thomas.
How does that feel that we're at the end of your run here on season 3?
It's bittersweet, I would say, you know? I mean, obviously I'm gonna miss all of these guys, but I think it'll be nice to be able to go back home and see friends and family.
Well, there you have it. Another incredible week here on the set of The Chosen, where we got to be on a roller coaster of emotions.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell by the subscribe button so that you are notified as soon as it drops.